Body Blazers presents a Wiki Warcraft 2 production with Team Dynasty and Virus allying TDWG versus Startail and Swift in a tournament game taking place in, I think, August of 2022. I do believe, if I'm not incorrect, August 5th of 2022. Prize pool put up by Tor Herald. Herald of the Wang Dynasty is the tournament tournament the tournament host or director. Tournament director is the tournament director. And then there were this team TD duel up that really entered into the tournament. WG with a lot more recent experience. He's been kind of shaking off that rust and performing quite well, especially in the 1v1 realm. And Team Dynasty Virus, the two-time ring world champion, Wiki Warcraft 2 world champion ring holder, allying Team Dynasty WG, the second War 2 Festival champion. So another ring right there. So between the two of them, 3 championship rings adorn their fingers. So facing off against the small 9, this will be a pretty good scouting information, good news for the Team Dynasty duo, who suffered very unnecessarily at the hands of their opponents a couple of the games. So they're down 2-1 in this series. They probably double you, says WG. Well, double who? Double WG. Will they WWG, or will it be TD Virus who gets the double? Small 9 staying in, not trying for that duel. Although if they're successful, small 9 player, they oftentimes secured that 9 o'clock spot very early on. So I would not be surprised to see that done. But the double seems to happen right here as TDWG actually deciding to do a tower rush. And there he has a nice defensive tower. The white player gonna engage. Interesting choice indeed. Not gonna be too successful with that engagement, and this could be a quick game here, ladies and gentlemen, as TDWG scores a quick one on the small 9 o'clock player. A second tower being produced for the defense, or perhaps not. I don't know. Bad news for the small 9 player. The 12-2 is really going to need to kick it up into high gear and assault one of these two Team Dynasty players very quickly. But I do believe, ladies and gentlemen, the Team Dynasty Virus single-handedly conquered this game and put them at the tied up 2 versus 2 tournament, 2 wins, 2 losses when facing Team Dynasty. Startail and Swift gonna come away with the 2 big W's, but WG and TD Virus with the big W being taken home perhaps inside this game. But we'd never underestimate Startail and Swift, such great Warcraft 2 players indeed, that they could launch a quick rapid offense against one of these 2 Team Dynasty players. WG not taking too many risks though. He is getting himself a nice grunt army and a tower for defense, and Virus thinks he's pretty safe with this 1 catapult. Not a whole lot has been coming his way, and will it be 2 catapults assaulting him, or will the 12 o'clock player decide to rush up to Bloodlust? Here comes a peon to try to scout that exact information out. You're not going to see the counter duel, so he's actually going to hide for a later use, and we see the DK Donkey Kong Death Knight make itself known. So Swift actually taking a beating. He was able to push off that early assault, but the small 9 o'clock position starts so far behind all the other positions because of the insufficient funds in its mine that I'm going to have to say a strong lead. And even Team Dynasty Virus is laughing out loud because he's so confident in this game. Tier number 3, second barracks. So early bloodlusted ogres. Will you see the big question on everybody's mind? Will that small 12 o'clock hidden peon produce the Death Knights, or will it just be used for scouting whether or not the 12 o'clock has been taken? WG still tier number 1. What? So it is possible to be losing this game because tier number 1 isn't a whole lot of fun when you're facing Ballisted Ogres, as Team Dynasty Virus just about has. And the Grunt's going to be moving out on the map. TDWG moving out on the map. And Team Dynasty Virus pulling a couple of peons from his harvesting operations, getting himself up a nice choke point in case those two catapults make themselves known, but they won't be hard. Being TDWG has a nice army out there, so Blasted Ogres nearly complete. And it is the 2 o'clock spot that has been chosen for the first victim of the day from Blasted Ogres, baby. Here comes a scout farm, not a bad choice. And Team Dynasty WG probing in, but Virus content to wait until that Bloodlusted Ogre arrives. Small 9 probably DK is a very well-known DK spot, especially among these pro players. So with very few ogres. And I think Virus, that was a kind of a nice call. He wants Virus to know that maybe the small 9 would be difficult to prevent from expansion once those DKs arrive. However, right now they are completely susceptible to any kind of assault because neither DKs nor Bloodlusted Ogres are there to defend him. And it's the 6 o'clock spot, unwallable, or just about unwallable. So he's going to scout that out, and he's going to actually see one of his opponents. Oh, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, what a call from WG. Able to call that there's DKs on the way, and we now see a game-changing scout out WG with a woo sixth sense that he's able to detect these occurrences. Maybe he's watching Swift stream and Swift has less than 1 to 2 minute delay or something like that, because that's all that you need according to Kinterhemd. But the Kinterhemd actually, I think I didn't square off against Kinterhemd in this tournament. But next time I'm playing a Wiki Warcraft 2 tournament, I'm going to definitely check to see if Kinterhemd only has a 1 to 2 delay on his stream, so I can verify his position after just a couple of minutes in the game from these Wiki Warcraft 2 players. But look, the 3 o'clock now launching a huge assault on Team Dynasty Virus. And where is the backup, buddy? As TDWG only had grunts moments ago, so Virus is trying to defend this single-handedly. He gets his catapult up there to help the defense, and this is gonna push off these ogres in the very near future. It was indeed the double as TDWG had predicted, but WG is slowly arriving with a couple of forces. Don't think they're bloodlusted up quite yet. Are they? What is he bringing? Troll Axe Throwers? No. Oh, it is some ogres. And there's the hasted DK. He goes for the touchdown. There's a frantic pull from Team Dynasty Virus. And there's the touchdown, Death and Decay. But it doesn't get the results there was hoping to get, as Virus deftly dodges that DK's full fury with the peon pole right there, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen. This is Wiki Warcraft 2 at its finest, 2022, a World Championship Tournament, and Team Dynasty teaming up to square off against Startail. And there's the wall off, there's the bloodlust up, and he's looking to push this assault off at the greatest of ease. He's got his expansion up, and there WG making an assault on that 12 o'clock spot, being pushed off so quickly, but he's really just trying to draw forces, and the middle being taken already by Team DWG. And look at that, they were unable to prevent Swift from swiftly producing that small 5 o'clock position as an expansion. And there we see the DK with a death and decay. Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen, Team Dynasty under assault from Swift. And there's this quick ogre army assault to one side. Will he go for the other? And he forgot to cancel that farm as he was waiting for that assault. Might not be the best time to cancel that farm. He needs to get this defended. He's going to put up the defenses and upgrade the tower, but it's so easily exposed to the DK is that 6 o'clock, that 5 o'clock spot from the small 5 or 6 o'clock spot, depending on which or OMG, and there we see it, ladies and gentlemen, the DK. He leaves the place unwalled because he's going to want to send some peons to be transferred there in the near future. The excitement, the action. Oh, I gotta get going. Brought to you by Body Blazers and Hams, America's classic premium soda pop. Resuming the commentary, we do see here the Team Dynasty Virus has placed an ogre in the back of his base, but that's easily death coiled or merely bypassed with the hasted DK. And Virus is wondering how they possibly have lost this game when they were so far in advance. But wait, here WG has secured that 9 o'clock spot, not able to take the middle, and Startail and WG gonna take this series for the big W from WG and Virus. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. Let's not give up on the Team Dynasty quite yet, but all signs point towards a victory in the favor of Startail and Swift. And there's another DK adding misery upon misery to the Wiki Warcraft 2 players. And here comes an assault in the middle, and they're going to take that's a very wise attempt at attacking the middle. Do you recall that Swift does not have bloodlusted ogres of his own? He's merely focused on these DK assaults. So Virus, and here comes the Goblin Sapplers. It's the direct counter to any kind of assault, and Team Dynasty Virus going to be attacking here, but Swift has swiftly placed some nice defenses up here, and Team Dynasty Virus has a second sapper up there. U83, I go pee my pants when I see Justin Schmidt asked what the score was, but Virus 2 involved inside this game. And is he going to try runes? Oh, should have researched runes there, buddy, you know. And here comes an assault towards the small 5 o'clock position. The small 5 o'clock mine doesn't actually have too much gold in it. It doesn't start with too much. And here, a quick assault around the rear is going to mean defeat for Swift, as Team Dynasty Virus swiftly destroys the entire operations of Swift, and then there's gonna be only one for them to contend with. Swift does have that stranglehold on the 9 o'clock mine, but that's his huge mining efforts that were very easily disrupted. And the much anticipated peon transfer from Team Dynasty Virus is now underway. safely with the knowledge that he is able to overcome this small 5 o'clock position and now freely mine from his area. Looks like the 3 o'clock position is actually being contested, and here's Team Dynasty Virus now suffering a direct assault from the full fury of Star Tail's forces as he has been freed up from battle with TDWG. TDWG not out of the game quite yet. He's actually moving. There's the GG. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. Tune in next time we have another Wiki Warcraft 2 audio presentation brought to you by the Maverick KMSU 89.7 Minnesota State University Mankato.